Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi, and I'm Tracy, and together we are the Nobodies.
Just a couple of gals you've never heard of, sharing what they know so far.
And hopefully, the little bit that we know helps you out a whole lot.
Hopefully, we'll see. So today we're talking about beauty stuff, DIY beauty stuff, bath bombs, sugar scrubs. We're going to talk a little bit about dry brushing. So I'm excited to hear about this. Let's
don't
get
know.
started.
Let's get started. Oh, but before we do, I have to ask you a question.
Yeah,
Um, this is kind of embarrassing, but would you say that there's an age limit on Snapchat?
on Snapchat, you know,
I'm just wondering if 39 plus, maybe I shouldn't enjoy taking pictures of myself with bizarro filters as much as I do.
quite so much. I think the problem is that we didn't have this when we were younger. So therefore, we're making up for lost time. So you don't have any children, you don't have anyone to embarrass, so it doesn't matter. Do it. Live it up. Enjoy
I
it.
like the way you think, Rachel. Thank you.
Snap away. Snap away. Okay, so let's
Excellent.
talk about these bath
Everywhere.
bombs.
And the advantage of making them yourself is that, first of all, it's a lot less expensive. They're so cheap to
They
make.
they are expensive to purchase. Maybe this is why I've never gotten into them.
Yeah, I don't want to spend $5 to take a stupid bath. My
Yeah.
goodness. Um,
I don't need less motivation to get myself clean. Come on. It's already a struggle. It's already a struggle.
That's right. That's right. We need to make this, as easy as possible.
Okay, so it's cost effective. It's cost effective. What else?
Cost effective, and you can make them more naturally because, of course, the ones that you buy usually are full of synthetic scents, which I am not a fan of, and I think many of us feel the same way.
Yeah.
So they're also therapeutic. The reason they're therapeutic is because they're made with Epsom salt and baking soda, which are both great for detox and sore muscles. So that's nice too. And I just, I like my bathtub being like a giant cup of Alka-Seltzer. It's very exciting. So they're just 6 basic ingredients. I've toyed with the recipes. There's a lot of different recipes, very similar. But I found one recently that I really like. They come together really nice and they fizz really nice. So that's the recipe I'm going to give you.
Right.
And the ingredients are baking soda, Epsom salt, citric acid. That's what gives it the fizz, the reaction there between that and the other ingredients. Cornstarch, and then just a little bit of coconut oil that you're going to mix with. You can use another oil too, really. But you're going to melt that and mix that with a little bit of water. So basically, you mix all of your dry ingredients. And then, as I said, you take the coconut oil, you mix it with a little bit of water. And then if you're going to add color and essential oils, you can add that to the liquid part too. And then that'll help that all get nice and dispersed more easily. There are dry pigments that a lot of people like to buy and use with them. I personally haven't done it yet. I just mix the, like food coloring in with my liquid ingredients, but you can go either way. There's tons of stuff on Amazon. And then if you want them to be the traditional, nice round shape, you got to get some molds. So those are also really inexpensive on Amazon. They're just like these stainless steel molds. And it takes a little bit of practice to get it right, but it's not so hard. Really, you just pack it in on both sides once you mix everything together with your hands. You just pack them into the balls, stick the 2 sides of the balls together, kind of let it sit for a minute, and then just really gently twist, and it'll come out. It's not too hard at all.
Okay. Kind of like cake pops.
Like
cake pops. Like cake pops,
but
cake
pops. Is that how you make a cake pop?
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you've made a cake pop, you can make a bath bomb.
You can make a bath bomb. Yeah.
And if you don't want to mess with the molds, you can also just get a cupcake pan, a muffin pan, put the liners in there and pack it in there. and let them dry.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. If I don't care if they're round, I can just throw them in
Yeah,
there. Okay.
exactly. Exactly.
It's
Then
just
you
the
don't
aesthetics. It doesn't have nothing to do with how it works. Okay.
absolutely not. Because the key to it working is just getting it packed up
Mm-hmm.
into some sort of a solid and then letting it dry. You definitely need to let them dry for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
If not a little bit more than that before you use them.
So just like a
So then another idea for a fun DIY is a salt or sugar scrub.
I like this.
Um, the you can do either. I like the sugar, mostly just because it's cheaper
Oh,
than
is
if
it?
you're.
Okay.
I mean, if you use regular table salt, it might be comparable, but
Okay.
you can also use, if you want to get fancy, you can use like the pink Himalayan salt to make it
Mm-hmm.
too. That's just going to make it tiny bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So they're wonderful. They're great for exfoliating and moisturizing at the same time in the shower. I mean, you use these scrubs and your skin will just be so silky soft. It feels really good.
Wow.
And these are even easier than the bath bombs to make. All you need is, like I said, sugar or salt, and then some kind of oil. I highly recommend using an edible oil. I'm not a fan of the inedible oils. So you can use fractionated coconut oil, or you can just melt coconut oil. Obviously, if you melt the regular coconut oil, if it's stored somewhere cold, it's going to seize up, and then you might have a little harder time using it. But I
Good
don't
point.
generally have that problem. It seems like once it mixes with the other stuff, it pretty much stays liquid.
Okay.
But some other good ideas too are avocado oil. I know you're a fan too for cooking,
Yeah.
but it's also great for your skin as well.
Yeah.
And sweet almond is a really nice oil too. That has kind of a nice subtle scent on its own, well, kind of almond extracty. And then you can add essential oils, just a few drops of essential oils in there, anything you like. You can make it more relaxing if you like to shower and use it at night. You can put some lavender in there if you want something more invigorating. I like something like maybe eucalyptus and lemon. That's a really nice combination.
So like with my herb garden, would I be able to like chop up these herbs small enough and then add it to the sugar scrub?
I don't see any reason why not. You can't just macerate those herbs and get them in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
think
idea.
maybe I'll try that.
Ooh, and that would make it kind of extra
Extra.
fancy if you were going to gift it
It
too.
would just be extra. Yeah. Very nice.
I recently got some smallish jars on Amazon to put mine in, which is a great, you can store it in anything, but a nice glass jar is a good way to store it.
Nice. And then you
just
lather up and rinse off.
That's
okay.
Right.
So now tell me about this dry brushing. I don't know about this.
Have you ever heard of dry brushing?
I have, but I didn't look really much past the words dry brushing whenever I've heard of it. But I just kind of thought it was something you did like for your animals. If you have a stable, I'm assuming you've done this before, but
oh my goodness. And the brush, here, I'm going to show you the brush. It does kind of look like something you would like brush a horse with.
Oh my goodness. It's basically the same thing. So I've seen this brush before, but it didn't ever occur to me that it was used dry.
The purpose of it is really to give yourself a lymphatic massage. Lymphatic massage is a modality, to move the lymph in your body, which contributes towards, detox, all that good stuff. You want your lymph flowing through your body. It is a good thing, and it can get stuck. And this is something that facilitates that, and you can do it on your own. So basically you do it, what's recommended is that you do it before you get in the shower. It's also a great exfoliator too. So that's why you want to do it before, you get in the shower. And basically you go over your limbs, always towards the heart. So you're just doing like this, kind of a brush stroke towards the heart, work your way towards the heart, start at your feet, work up your legs towards the heart, and it feels really good.
So does it irritate your skin? Like if you're prone to dry skin, assuming you haven't already been on a like scrub regimen.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got something that's actively inflamed,
Mhm.
good point. Probably don't want to do it on that area. But if your skin is just dry, it's actually only going to help it because it's going
Okay.
to help rid yourself of the dry skin. And
Mhm.
then if you do the scrub
Mhm.
afterwards in the shower, then you're going to be great off, but also just moisturizing, when you get out of the shower.
Where do you get this brush? What do you call it? A dry brush? Like if I was going to order this?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what the difference is between a quote unquote dry brush and just a regular, shower brush.
Okay.
Yeah. They're pretty much all the same.
So this one looks kind of like it's got some of like the bumps in it for like
Yes, it
extra
does.
like
It does to
massage.
further, yeah,
Okay.
massage and stimulate. And they say that it can also be good for stuff like for cellulite. I
Oh, okay,
can't attest to
now you're
that.
talking. You should have opened with the
I
cellulite,
should have
Tracy.
started with that.
You should have opened with that.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
you're not going to be seeing any before or after pics anytime soon from me, but give it a try on
Sounds
your.
good. I love it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm
Good.
gonna have to go
Enjoy.
find me a brush. All right. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, everybody. It was
Thank
nice to see you guys.
you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.